You are listening to the Q Your Business Success podcast, episode 24. One of the common mistakes entrepreneurs and business owners make is to chase the hottest trends or chase shiny objects rather than follow the tried and true paths to cash. There's so much focus on the shiny and new that people often overlook the most obvious revenue channels that are right in front of them. So in this episode, I will reveal 3 paths to cash that most business owners overlook. Let's get started.
Are you ready to cue your business success? Entrepreneurs and business owners, tune into this podcast for top marketing, sales, and leadership strategies to grow and scale your business. Hosted by Michaela Quilici, award-winning international business growth coach and marketing consultant. Since 2010, Michaela has helped hundreds of business owners navigate their business growth on purpose. She has been featured in Canadian Living Magazine, USA Weekly, and Business Innovators. Michaela is also a contributing author in the best-selling book Conscious Business and a member of the Forbes Coaches Council. If you want to learn some tactics you can put to work in your business today to get noticed, get clients, and get profitable, listen to this episode. And if you want to move even faster, connect with Michaela directly at michaelaquilici.com. Here's Michaela.
So one of the common mistakes that I see that business owners make is to really chase the new. There's so much focus on the new that people often overlook the most obvious revenue channels that are right in front of them. You are most likely sitting on gold that just needs to be mined from your business. Some of the statements and questions that I hear during a discovery call with prospective new clients are things like, I need more marketing ideas. Where can I find new clients? My profit margin is low and I don't know how to increase it. Or how do I stand out from the competition and the noise? So these comments come from both 6 and 7-figure CEOs and business owners. You see, it doesn't really matter what stage of business growth you are in. The fundamental principles of marketing and sales are still valid at each stage. Whether you're trying to get over the plateau of multi-6-figure growth or scaling to 7 figures, the basic business quest is the same. You want to make more money, you want to have more impact, you want clients, and without working harder, giving up your weekends or sleeping less. So while it's great to find that one easy button that's going to skyrocket your success, that's rarely how business growth plays out in the real world, as we know. Typically, it's a combination of 2 to 3 really dialed in and consistent strategies, perhaps on a quarterly basis, that contribute to a business's overall success. So here's a look at 3 paths to cash that many entrepreneurs overlook. I want you to consider how they can help you and your business and how you can integrate them into your priorities for the upcoming quarter. So number 1 is offer more products or services to existing clients. If you're always hustling for new clients as existing clients end their work with you, you essentially have 100% attrition rate. So consider ways to offer more products or services to your existing customers. For example, by creating a very strategic customer journey that takes your clients or your customers to the next stage of working with you. Do you know that it costs 5 times as much to attract a new client than it does to keep an existing one? So when you extend a client's time with you through retention strategies, you save money on marketing costs, your cost per acquisition is reduced, your profitability increases, you become much more efficient with your time, and your profit margin increases as well. So take existing clients further on the journey with you, serve them more deeply. Think monthly retainers, group masterminds, continuity programs, additional services, maintenance programs. Ask current clients, how else can I best serve you? What more can I support you with? And let the market inform you. Let the market inform the development of your next product or service. It's the simplest and easiest way to grow sustainably because you're basically then building and delivering what they want. You already have a market that will buy. I recently implemented this strategy with a client of mine, and she increased her revenue by 30%. She spent next to nothing on marketing and sales by offering a very specialized group program to existing customers based on the results of a client survey that we developed together. Okay, number 2, stop undercharging. If you haven't raised your rates ever, or even in the last year or two, it's time to reevaluate and likely raise your prices. Are you keeping pace with typical pricing for your services? Many business owners are significantly undercharging for their services, and too low of a rate actually gives a false impression of lesser services. Raise your rates to stay current and to demonstrate, for example, your ongoing professional development, your ongoing training, your deep expertise that will in turn add more value to what you're offering to your clients. So consider at least a 10% increase or even up to a 50% increase if you've not raised your rates as you've advanced in your business. And if you're still charging per the hour, that's a really big money leak, and I suggest you change up your business model. I have a client who had been suffering from a low profit margin. She couldn't understand why there was such a tight margin of cash in her bank account every month. She recently ran her numbers, and we discovered that the price for her main service offering is actually lower than the total all-in cost of delivering the service. Lower, which means that for every client she delivers her service to, she's barely breaking even, or in some cases losing money. She's essentially paying her clients to work with her. So now she's a multi-million-dollar business. So she's been around the block. This is not just a newbie rookie mistake. So I encourage you to really take a look at what is the cost of delivering your service. You need to know the costs. You need to know your break-even point. Really, really important KPIs to have the pulse on. So we redeveloped her pricing strategy to not only include a healthy profit margin, but to better match her ideal target client too. So the result is that her and her team are working smarter and not harder, and they have more money at the bank at the end of the day to reinvest back into the business and to pay out a profit sharing program to their employees. Okay, number 3 is to start cultivating relationships. Psychologists agree that consumers go through 6 levels of an emotional buying process before they become customers and raving fans. And studies show that 80% of sales are typically made between the 5th and 12th touch point. And in fact, the latest research from 2021 actually states that it takes 27 different sources of information before consumers are making a buying decision. It's taking them longer. They're becoming researchers. They're looking at competitors. They want to make smart decisions. They're looking at alternatives. So how is your company educating the buyer? Create a keep in touch strategy to stay connected to your prospects. They might not buy from you today, but they may buy from you 90 days from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, or they may even refer you to somebody who needs your services today. 7.5% of prospects convert up to 90 days after your discovery with them. And you'd be surprised to learn that 42.5% of them convert up to 2 years later. So it's really important to stay top of mind. It keeps you tip of tongue. Produce quality content. Consumption of quality value-added content drives conversion in the long run. So the more content they consume, the higher your conversion rate will be. And don't forget that it's not all about new clients, right? It's about previous clients too, your inactive clients. It's not always about gaining more new clients. It's about reconnecting and having a re-engagement strategy with the people you already know, love, and they love you, they trust you, and you want to be able to continue to service them at a higher level or a deeper level. It costs 5 times as much to attract a new client than it does to keep an existing one. Think about it. You'll want to keep nurturing and reconnecting. I recently had a conversation with a client where we looked at all of her clients and we broke them down into inactive clients and active clients. Turned out she had something like 125 inactive clients in her database. And so we did a quick monetization, which turned out that if we could convert 20% of those clients into active clients, that would add a 6-figure revenue stream into her business for the next 12 months. So if you found these 3 paths to cash valuable, you will definitely enjoy the other 7 that I share in my guide called Fast Path to Cash. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. I've developed a free resource guide to help you create consistent cash flow, predictable results, and double or even triple your revenue with much less effort. It's called Fast Path to Cash. And in this guide, the actionable strategies will help you navigate the most common sales and marketing mistakes so that you can earn more money by working smarter, not harder. You'll get the 10 costly mistakes you may be making and the steps to correct them, 1 simple mindset shift that will automatically add more money to your bank account, the easiest ways to attract and retain more qualified buyers and close more sales, key revenue boosting best practices to accelerate your success and earn more money, how to position your value and eliminate tire kickers, and the key numbers that you should be tracking in your business. So grab this free resource guide by visiting michaelaquilici.com and click on the resources tab.